Well, the pandemic now has created a perfect storm for domestic abuse, but now there is a plan to try to protect victims. And 13 Action News anchor Marissa Kinniston now tells you about the Department of Justice's new initiative to curb domestic violence in Nevada.
You see it everywhere. Stay home, stay safe. But what if home isn't safe? That's what state leaders talked about here earlier today, hoping to cut back on the recent surge in domestic violence.
Thank you for calling Safe Nest. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we are experiencing higher than normal call volumes.
That's what you'll hear when you call Safe Nest Abuse Hotline right now. The treatment center says it's been seeing an increase in calls since the stay-at-home order was put in place back in March. And that's been the case across the state. The Nevada Coalition to End Domestic and Sexual Violence says the state has seen a 42% increase in calls for crisis intervention compared to the same time last year. Factors like isolation, stress, and economic anxiety all contributing to the surge.
Whenever the quarantine is eased or lifted, or it goes on longer, we are going to see such a spike in domestic violence that we have to be ready as an agency to serve that.
Now, a plan to protect victims. The Department of Justice announced today an initiative to curb domestic violence in Nevada. They plan to use grant funding to build partnerships with advocacy groups and Metro police officers by creating special victims response teams. This will train officers and hopefully prevent some of the recent cases of domestic abuse.
But what's really heartbreaking is the pain and the real-life devastation that domestic violence can cause to our families and other Nevadans.
Don't forget, you can always call 211 if you do need any help. Marissa Kinniston, 13 Action News.